Hello and welcome to another Winter Classic Invitational Student Cluster Competition Studio Update Show for 2025. We're doing another team interview today, today, with the Cal State Channel Islands Nautical Processing team. How y'all doing today?
Oh, good.
This early morning at the crack of 8:30 a.m. The hell are we doing up this early? I don't know. I don't get it. Well, what we would like to do here is, first of all, have you introduce yourselves and tell us your interests, what you like, what you don't like, whatever, so we can get to know you a little bit. And then we'll talk about the competition, and I will reveal some scores that have been secret up until now. Let's start at the far left, my left. Emily, how are you?
I'm doing good. And yourself?
I'm okay. What's your deal?
I'm a computer science major, and this is my second year, and I'm most interested working with data science.
Okay. Data science, that's pretty broad. Anything, it's sort of all science, data wise, but
Not anything specific yet. I'm trying to figure out what my interests are.
is this your first experience with any sort of HPC-like thing?
Yeah,
Okay. What do you think so far?
I like it. It is very hard though.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's a pretty deep pool. So Juan, how about you?
Hello, my name is Juan Ramirez. I'm a computer science major and I have an interest in cybersecurity. Nothing specific yet, but I
Mhm.
start like diving into that more as I maybe graduate.
Good. What year are you?
I'm considered a senior.
Senior. You're considered a senior. That means that some don't consider you a senior.
Yeah,
Do you have enemies out there, Juan?
it's a maybe
Are people trying to keep you down?
I might have some oppositions. Yes.
There's some opposition to you being a senior. And I don't like to hear that. And I'll bring the full weight of this competition down upon their heads if you need it. Just let me know. Okay. You will be considered a senior.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, good. Now, I'm going to try and pronounce this. Isane? Or wait a minute. No, I skipped somebody. Who did I skip? Irvin. No. Yeah, Irvin. Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
I'm a computer science major and I have a minor in cybersecurity.
Okay. Okay. Well, you should talk to him about the whole cybersecurity thing. I don't know if you two have met yet, but you know.
Yeah,
We
Yeah.
have
Okay.
stats.
So what do you like doing?
Well, originally I was a game design minor,
Mhm.
but like the past 2 years, I've noticed a lot of uh hacks, for lack of better words,
Yeah.
like around major companies, and I did get a little concerned about that. So I decided, why not just go into cybersecurity and learn about that?
Good. By the way, something really good to keep up on in current events, and that is a guy named Krebs, and he does this Krebs on security vlog, and he uncovers some really deep ones because he actually gets in with some of them. Um, it's pretty cool. If you ever want that link, send me an email to remind me because I won't remember to do it myself. So yeah.
Very good.
Next up, yeah, it's good. It's good. Krebs. So
Okay.
just like it sounds, he's really well known.
Okay.
Next up, okay, I'm gonna try it again. I say
Isai.
Isai. We got to work on the spelling because I'm
Yeah.
not getting that out of there at all. But
Yeah.
okay, nice to meet you. Tell us about yourself.
I'm a computer science major, third year. I'm kind of still searching for my specific discipline, testing the waters with a little bit of everything. That's why I'm working with HPC to see if I like it.
Hmm.
Yeah,
What do you think so far?
I like it. It's very different from what I've learned so far, but yeah, we're kind of figuring it out.
Well, and you barely kind of scratched the surface a bit with what you've done so far. It's going to be more interesting the next 3 modules. So you've got that to look forward to for what it's worth. Julian, hey.
Hi, my name is Julian. I'm a computer science major. I'm either second or third year, depending on who you ask. And
Is this another thing like with Juan?
yeah,
You
basically.
need some help?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You let me know.
Similarly, I'm somewhat undecided on what discipline I want to dive into. This is my first time in high performance computing, and I'm seeing if it's something that I would like to do in the future as well.
Excellent. Excellent. And finally, the newcomer, the latest addition to the team was Steve. How you doing?
Pretty good. My name is Steve, obviously. I'm a computer science major. I'm a senior. I'm very interested in software engineering. I've worked in a team before. I really like Swift. I like the full stack development. I like working on backend.
Wait, when you say Swift, do you mean the banking application Swift?
I don't think so. No, Swift has an Apple
Okay. Because there
programming.
is a banking mechanism called Swift for clearing stuff. If I remember right, I could be wrong, but okay, you're talking about something different.
Yeah, I'm talking about Apple's language, Swift UI.
It got a language?
Yeah,
Huh. I guess it's doing really, really well. It must be used by a lot of people. What's it primarily used for? Is
to
it
make,
just a general programming language or what?
specifically to make iOS apps for your iPhone.
Okay. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. That works. What have you done in that in
Uh,
Swift?
I've made a project where I've connected homeowners and contractors together. We also created like a bidding system, like chat inside the app too.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Um, how you liking this HPC stuff?
I haven't gotten any hands-on experience since I joined,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I'm excited to learn about HPC.
It's interesting stuff. It's the biggest problems in the world, solving them with the biggest and baddest supercomputers in the world using cutting edge stuff. And it's pretty appealing. Um, so you want to hear how you did so far? I guess you probably do, right? Don't crowd all at once, but okay. I consult the master spreadsheet on HPL, LinPack. You came in about 8% worse, a little over 8% worse than the very top team. That got you fifth because it's kind of top loaded with LinPack, which is pretty good. You're fifth out of 15, but 5 of those didn't submit anything. But that's a good score. I mean, that's, 91.26% of the top leader. Good job. Now, HPCG, I don't know. You might like this a little bit better. You're second. You're 4% off. No, 3.18% off the top score. So good job. And that I know that was a tough week. I scheduled this thing too early. I had to go on one side or the other of MLK week. Should have gone on the other. So that was hard on all the teams because a lot of them weren't back on campus. Some were out of the country, stuff like that. But anyway, good job overall. Before the exam, you're sitting at fourth and not by much. You're very close to third place, 1 point and change from third place. So it's very tight, very, very competitive there. So great job. How did those go for you? Was it hard? Easy? Did you split it up? What'd you do?
I think we ended up splitting up. So it was Julian and Irvin who took on HPCG, and then the rest of the team took on HPL.
Good, good.
Yeah, so I think it was a really good way to just kind of split it up and just let them be like that. If everyone like just invested their time in one, it would have just kind of gone too skewed.
That's what typically has happened in the past is that they, for some reason, start with HPL, they get it running, they get it to scale, then they start making little improvements and they notice those are working and they forget about HPCG until the end. And you didn't. Good job. You turned in two good scores. And obviously you got it working relatively quickly. Or I don't know, what did you use the whole week or was this a last minute dash on Saturday?
We definitely did use the whole week, just a little by little each day.
Good, good. And that's another key to this competition and others is making sure you use all the time, particularly the logging on to system time and stuff like that, because some teams have not even tried until like Thursday, Friday to even log in. Then they find out there's a login problem and that can get rough. Sue, the exam has been graded, but I haven't scored it for time yet. I can tell you, though, that in terms of raw points, so right, wrong answers, out of, let's see, out of 100 points when and normalized, you're in fourth with 95 and change percent correct. Good job. Really good. It did take you longer to do it than most of the teams. And I think that there was some strategy in play here that some of the teams really nailed down their answers exactly. And then when they started the actual exam clock by logging into it, there was no discussion. There was no thought. It was just click, 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 type, 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 click, 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 all the way through. And you guys took about 28 minutes. Some of these teams did it in under 5. And so that's just a really fast score, but some of them didn't have as many points as you did. So I've got my council of elders looking at how we're going to figure that out. So good job. And are you all signed up for the next one?
I think I'm missing.
You what?
I haven't signed up yet.
Okay. Do you have the email?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Did you know you should have signed up yesterday?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure you do it today. Okay. Because it takes them some time to get you into their system. And you don't want to miss this one. Do you have an idea of what's going on? Oak Ridge National Lab, you're going to be running on a system that has the same config, but not as big as Frontier, which was the first exascale US supercomputer, and it is still the second biggest supercomputer, fastest in the world. So that's cool. And that's resume worthy that you'll have run workloads on the second the second fastest supercomputer in the world architecture, right? And that you'll have been trained by the people that use that thing every day. But the other thing, the topic, quantum computing. I believe the details are coming, but you will be evaluating some quantum-y stuff using that system. I think both of those things are pretty resume worthy. And by the time you're done with the competition, you'll have run on 5 different supercomputing architectures and used all the different tools and things. and have a bunch of war stories for the interviews. So that should really help out. Let's see. So that's next week. Then you got a week off. Then it's AWS and Amazon. Then you have the mystery mentor, which is, by the way, still a mystery. Not to me, but to you. Yeah. And that promises to be interesting. And I guess let's just go quick round the room, same way we did before. What is it that you're thinking of doing after you graduate? Emily, kick it off. I know you're kind of looking, but a little more specific, maybe.
Okay. I'm not really sure. I think just anyone that will take me on.
Oh, okay. Emily, anyone that will give me a keyboard and a cubicle, I'm good. That's all I need. Yeah. Okay. So you know what you need? You need an internship or two.
Yeah.
That's what you need. You need to get into something and find out if you like it or you don't like it. That'll help. That'll help. Okay. Juan.
I have a couple paths I want to take. I'm gonna try to see if I can get a job right after college.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's not the case, then I plan on maybe signing up like into the army and then like get into like an IT or like computer science degree with the army. So
yeah. No, that's good and good training. I think particularly on the security side. That's a good path.
well, so if you ever come back as a civilian, you'll have clearance for other stuff. And
yes. That's very good. That is very helpful. Let's keep it going.
So for me, I have like three paths that I'm mostly set on going. Even though I left the minor, I'm still somewhat interested in game development because that's what pushed me into computer science in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
At the moment, I am trying to learn more about cybersecurity because that piqued my interest a lot, especially after like getting through the introduction. So those are like my mainly, if I would have to put it in like a tier list, cybersecurity, software engineering, and then game development. That's what most of the time.
Okay. Driving on.
As I said, I'm kind of still looking around, seeing what I like. But I've been leaning towards maybe working for the Navy, something like that. We're close to a naval base, so there's a lot of work there. And from there, I'm not sure what else I'll be looking into, but
sure. Okay. Good. Julian?
Similarly, I am still undecided as well, but I do have a few friends who have recommended the naval base as well. But other than that, primarily just trying to get a career in something related to my degree.
Okay. And finally, give it up.
So I'm pretty much set in stone with going with software engineering. I just like reading and modifying existing code.
But there's a wide array of different, industries, research, all sorts of stuff for software engineering. I mean, do you like, for instance, performance tuning, stuff like that?
Probably not. I'd probably like want to work in a company like Amazon or something like that.
Well, no, but I mean, they would do that kind of stuff too.
That is,
yeah. Okay. You all need a bunch of internships, I think, to get a feel for what's out there. And actually, we have not firmly scheduled yet, but we'll know in the next couple of days. HPE will be holding a virtual job fair for all of you students, where they're going to have actual business division leaders talking about what they do and what the jobs out there are like for entry level people, and good stuff like that. It was well received last year. Um, the bad part from last year is that we didn't schedule it early enough. It was after they'd already locked the door on their summer hiring and stuff. Not the case this time. So you'll be getting emails and stuff on that. Okay. I got to run because I've got another one of these interviews to do. One of, as it turns out, thousands. But we will try and I'm going to try and do another interview and check back with you and see how you're doing. Keep pushing and get ready for Oak Ridge. It's going to be interesting. And I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording, but say goodbye first. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks so much.